Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm going to be doing a part 2 to the items section, but I want to go over this, all these changes that they've done to the mastery trees, which is looking pretty cool, or maybe it's just new images. Okay, so these are all largely the same. That's okay. So now the attack damage is moved down here. So I wonder, does this change, wow, this is crazy. Okay, sorry. So here's the attack speed now, and the cooldown reduction is here. So you don't have to take these to get up to these later on. And Butcher is the same. Okay, now 3 attack damage at level 18. And is that just with 1 point? Oh, yeah, 3 attack damage. Okay, so you can get a max of 12, so that's the same. And this gives the armor pen. Now, destruction, so increases damage to turrets by 5% as opposed to 10% or 10 bonus damage. That was the, I forget what that was called, Wrecking Ball. I don't think that's what it was called, but yeah, you guys know the one I'm talking about. And the ability power, so these are 8% armor penetration percent, so those got a bit of a nerf by 2% each. And then brute force, so that's cool, so you get 2 points for that now. And you can get a bunch of ability power, so with mental force gets 1.5 points each. Spell sword deals 5% of ability power and magic damage on each basic attack. And that's really cool too. For that is really neat. Because that's going to help out like champions like Elise. Like that's going to be pretty crazy on her, especially with her speed boosts. I thought she was going to get kind of like, she feels like she's going to be really strong in Season 3. Like really strong. So this is critical strike damage, that's largely the same, and gains 10% attack speed for 2 seconds after landing a critical hit. Cool. That is a cool switch. Increased damage by 2%. I feel like that's an increase. I feel like it was 1.5% before. I could be wrong there though. And then these are the same. Yeah, and then these are the same. Increases damage dealt by 5% to targets below 50% health, and I'm pretty sure it was 40 before. So I'm going to return these points. And this is the same. And I wonder if the summoner spells are... Is there new summoner spells? Yes, there is. Okay. No, but okay, so I'll go over those. Oh man, this is exciting. Grants up to 2 health regen per 5 seconds, so 6 with all 4 points. 27 health, so durability is given here now, so you can take that, and then here's the magic resist, so that got switched with this. So this first tier is largely focused on health. Deals 6 true damage to any monster that attacks you. So this is gonna, so I think they're making it a little bit easier for junglers to get their perks, because is this more? Well, I feel like it was 1 damage per point before. So that could be increased, because I know jungling, like I did it there for a little bit, and being PvE didn't really get a leash at all, but it was tough. Like, I mean, if you don't get a leash, it's you know, it's really hard to take down blue buff on your own, but like the monsters feel like they hit a lot harder on top of that. I almost feel like you need to kill the smaller monsters first now because they're so squishy, and then take out the big monster on its own, so that you don't have like the pokes from the little monsters, because I don't think their damage is any less. I just think they're a lot easier to kill. So hardiness, that's the same. Unyielding, Reduces damage taken from champions. Reduces the effectiveness of slows by 15% with 2 points. That's really nice. That's a good touch. Safeguard reduces turret damage by 5%. Increase maximum health by 4%. So the first point's the best, and then the other two are just 1.25%. So you could even take that for, well, I guess you wouldn't really take it for 1.5%, but you could. It's a little bit better, I guess. So that could be a note to somebody. Reduces the damage taken from champion basic attacks by 3. That seems not that great. Like, that doesn't scale very well at all. Like, yeah. So I don't really know. That seems like kind of a crappy thing. I think they need to put that into like a percent. Like, even if it was like 1% or something, that would scale better than just a flat 3. Grants 1 armor and magic resist for each nearby enemy champion. That's kind of cool, I guess. So a maximum of 5 with 1 point. That's alright. Increases bonus armor and magic resist. That's a pretty money thing, right? Pretty money talent right there. That's really effective because it's armor and magic resist. Oh, so now this is over here. The Good Hands, so this used to be a utility, and now it's just a 1-point wonder in the tanking tree. Reduces damage taken from critical strikes by 5 and 10%. That's pretty good. Like, I would say screw these almost now, kind of, because these are just so... So you get a maximum of 5 here, I guess. Or critical strikes, but I guess that's a bit situational. And reduces damage taken by 3%. Didn't this have... I felt like that was a bit different. I felt like that gave you a health bonus too before. Pretty sure it did. Okay, so I'm going to return these points and go over to utility. And these are all the same. Clairvoyance, yeah, it's all the same. Increased movement speed when out of combat. So this is, and I feel like this is more reasonable. Oh, this is out of combat only. But I feel like this is a lot more reasonable being 3 points. I felt like 4 points for 2% movement speed was so, like, chintzy. Improved recall is the same. This is the same. So, blah, blah, blah. Just check some points in here. Not that I really need to. Reduces the cooldown of activated items by 15%. That's a cool... That's a cool talent. I like that. Like, it feels like a lot of these talents are a lot more dynamic than they were previously. Like, they all feel a lot more unique now in their stuff. And wards gain 25% increased vision range for the first 3 seconds after placing them. The fuck? That's stupid. I feel like I feel like this before sucked and this still sucks. Like, what is that gonna get you, really? Not much. So, like, I wish they would just get rid of this and replace it, because that's just, like, who's really gonna take that? The Runic Affinity is clutch and still untouched in the same. I feel like this is a lot more mana. 180 mana? I feel like this is a lot more mana. Definitely feels like that is. Grants up to 1 health 5 seconds for each 400 maximum mana. So 3 health per 5 seconds per 400 maximum mana. For each 400 maximum mana. Okay, so I think that means that if you had 10, or if you had 1,000, it wouldn't be like 2.5. It has to be like direct increments of 400. So 400, 800, 1,200, 1,600, 2,000, etc. Grants a regenerative biscuit that restores 80 health and 50 mana. Huh? Biscuiteer? What? How does that work? Is that like an item? or something? I wonder how that works. Maybe it's like a clickable? That's cool, though. So the gold is the same. Increased starting gold. I think that's the same. Or maybe that went up to an extra 10 gold. Experience gain, that's the same. Lifesteal and spell vamp all into one, eh? So maybe you'll see more like ADs coming into this tree for that. That's cool, I guess. Did I spend all my points? Okay, let's get rid of these ones then. Not that I really need to. I don't know why I'm going through it like this. On Summoner's Rift, grants a ward at the start of the game that can be placed to reveal the surrounding area for 1 minute. On all other maps, grants 25 starting gold. That's really cool, I guess. Surrounding area. Kinda. Is it? 1 point for that? Because it's only once. So that's cool, but I feel like these could use a little bit of tweaking. It'd be cool if maybe this was down the tree more, and this was like, you got like if they had a Biscuiteer was like a clickable. If this was like a clickable ward that regenerated every minute, you just got a free ward. Would be cool, but this seems like not really that great. I mean, it's 1 point, which is cool, and its preceding one is 1 point, which is cool, but grants 5 gold for melee champions. This is what's really awesome. This is going to be a huge support move. Every support's going to want it. Like, I think it's going to, like, instant staple right here. Grants 5 gold for melee champions, so say Alistair, and 3 gold for ranged champions for each basic attack against an enemy champion, and it has a 5-second cooldown. That is not much at all. So you're going to see really aggressive supports coming out now to be getting this. And this could even mean... this could even mean that AD carries and stuff like that would be taking this, or maybe even top laner. I don't know. That's a lot of friggin' gold. Because if you were getting it every 5 seconds, theoretically, of course, you could get this 20 times in a minute. Right? No. Ooh, that was bad math. 12 times. I was thinking like 5. I was doing 100. But there's not 100 seconds in a minute. So 5-second cooldown. So 12 times in a minute. So that would be... So that'd be 60 gold. Yeah, 5 gold for melee champions. This would amount to 60 gold every minute for melee champions, and 36 gold every every minute for ranged champions, which is a really cool effect. I really like that, and I feel like that's going to be a big component of supports the whole way through Season 3. They might even change that, and could even transfer over to people beyond supports, like people that are using a lot of heavy activated items, because there is a lot of them now. And even maybe no, it wouldn't be junglers. They wouldn't want that because they're not going to be able to spam it. But supports and even just laners in general, this is going to be a really good item to get money. Get money. Get cash. And here's the cooldown reduction. 3% increased movement speed. Really? That's what that got replaced with? But see, I think there's items. Some of these things got put into items, but that's really shit. I feel like that should be switched. Like, in terms of, like, I would definitely think that this is a way better pick than 3% increased movement speed. I mean, it's cool for 1 point, I guess. But, I was like, after I saw this, I was like, whoa, that's sick! And then I saw this, and I was like, oh. That's not what I was expecting to be there. So now there's a new spell, and no. And is this supports Classic, Custom, League of Legends, Dominion. So this is for all game modes, and so this is a shields your champion for 115, so it's your champion only. For 115 to 455 depending on champion level for 2 seconds. So it's kind of like a burst shield, but that's really cool because they said they were going to have a new spell. Is this changed at all? I don't think so. No, I don't think any of these other ones are really changed. Although Smite, does that do more damage? I think it does. Maybe it gets more damage per level now. I don't want to go through too many of these. But yeah, so there's that, and Flash hasn't changed at all. So it's just this barrier, and Smite I think got a little bit more endgame damage. But I could be wrong about Smite. But this is new for sure, and is pretty cool. That's gonna be a really good spell, I think. I could see a lot of people taking that. Because what's the cooldown on that? Does it say? Of course, I hate that. Why don't tell me the cooldown? Don't make it a mystery. But anyways, yeah, so I hope you guys like that. And I'm going to see if I can hop into another game here and see if people don't really mind me kind of screwing around. And maybe I'll show you guys the kind of getting blue buff or getting, getting your first buff at the beginning of the game, because I didn't get to catch it last game. Because I wasn't really intending to do that. I just wanted to look at items, but I figure since I'm going to go back and do a new game, I'll show that to you guys, and then I'll just end it when I end it. I won't go through the whole other game. So I'll load that up, and I'll show you guys that. And so I hope you guys are liking these cool new changes, and we'll see how permanent they are. So I'll be doing this, I guess. Well, I'll link them all together. I'll put annotations of all the videos together so that you can see them all from each other. So I'm going to stop this one, and I'm going to start the next video.